Hello guys and welcome back to the Freddie Football Podcast. This is episode 3 of the podcast. I'm really sorry there hasn't been a video in about 3 months. This is mainly my fault, but I do have a bit of an explanation towards that. I have been doing my GCSE mocks as I'm in year 11 at school, but I'm really sorry there hasn't been a video. There will be more videos coming out now, so keep your eyes peeled for more podcasts coming out in the near future. But today we're going to be talking about Arsenal and what really is going on at Arsenal. What is the main problem? Before this video starts, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the podcast. Now, starting with the main thing going on at Arsenal this season has to be the players' performance on the pitch. I don't personally think it's the manager's fault that we haven't been performing really. If you didn't know, guys, I am an Arsenal fan. If you haven't seen my introduction video, go and head over to that video before this video starts, just so you get a clear understanding of what team I support. So yeah, Arsenal haven't been really doing the greatest this season, currently sitting in 14th or 15th I think this season, but sadly we haven't really been performing. We've had our ups in previous seasons, but this season has really been a down season. In Europa League, for example, we won all of our games in Europa League, the only team to do that in Europa League, but let's be honest, we were playing against farmers, so anything can really happen in Europa League. You can win games, you can lose games, but Arsenal did win all of our games playing against teams that I've never really heard of, like Dundalk and Rapid Vienna, teams that anyone could really beat. So yeah, I don't think it's the players' fault, to be honest with you. I don't think it's the manager's fault for the players' performances in the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, I'm still 50-50 on whether I'm Arteta in or Arteta out. I do think Edu and the Cronkies need to give him the money, the backing. I don't think he's really... I don't know. I think when we appointed him, he was very inexperienced, but anything can really happen when a new manager comes in. Obviously, I didn't really want him at first. I actually wanted Ancelotti from Napoli. He was actually at Napoli at the time, I think. So I really wanted Ancelotti. I thought he would have been a great appointment for us and really would have taken us forward. Other options when that came to it was Nuno, Rodgers, but Arsenal went with the cheap option, as a lot of fans said it was. Apparently we paid a compensation fee of 3 million for Arteta, but when Arteta came in, you knew that he wanted to take the role of being the Arsenal manager, and from his recent interviews you can really tell he's really passionate about our club. Now, talking about Arsenal is quite easy for me, obviously, as I'm an Arsenal fan, but let's just go through some of the signings Arsenal have made as a football club. Starting off with a player that cost 72 million, someone who on his day could be very good. You probably know who I'm talking about, and that's Nicolas Pepe. Some days he's good, some days he's not. Personally, I don't think he's worth the money, but a lot of fans at our club say we don't spend the money, we don't do this. But if you think about it, we spent 72 million on Pepe. I think we paid 20 million for him when we actually signed him over a 5-year period. So even if he does leave, we still have to pay the money to actually finish the fee. I don't think he's really lived up to his price tag, don't get me wrong, but he could prove me wrong. As this video is going out today, we're playing Brighton away, where we haven't won them in 3 years, so I'm actually quite nervous about that result and what could happen in that game. But I've got to be confident, and I'll give you my prediction just before we go on to the next part of the video. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Arsenal win and Xhaka to get carded. That's my prediction. Let me know, guys, over on Instagram at the Freddie Podcast. I couldn't get my whole YouTube name in there because it said it was too long. But yeah, let's get into the next part of the video. Now, talking about flops of the season, where do I even start? It begins with a W and ends in an N. Will.i.am. Now, when we signed Willian, I thought, that's okay, he could do a job. But from hearing from a lot of Chelsea fans, they said he would be good in every 1 in 4 games. Now, when he made his debut against Fulham, where we won, was it 4-1 or 3-1? I can't really remember, but I knew that he looked decent. Don't get me wrong, he looked okay. He is 31. I did think, Willian, a club like Arsenal could be really going for other players, but when he first signed, I thought, okay, let's see how this goes. And he hasn't been good, let's be honest. He's been terrible. He hasn't done anything really. He's got no goals, no assists. In the game before Chelsea, he created 0 chances. And yeah, to be quite honest with you, he has been our flop of the season. He hasn't been good at all. To be quite frank, he's been quite crap, if I'm honest. He doesn't do anything that makes me go, wow, he is quality. We need to keep him at all costs. But a club like Arsenal, they'll give him a 3-year deal, and then he'll go out with his money. He'll leave on a free, where Arsenal obviously won't have to pay any money. But yeah, he can leave on a free, just like what we're doing with Ozil. We pay him ridiculous amount of money to stay at the club, when at the time I did think we should have kept Sanchez instead. Probably was that season the best player in the Prem. Let me know if you disagree. I know I might be a bit biased, but Sanchez was easily top 3 best players in the Prem. I do think at the end of the day, Ozil on 350 grand a week is ridiculous. On his day, Ozil, he's a class player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he really lived up to his expectations when he signed from Real Madrid for £42 million from Real Madrid. I do think Ozil, great player, but I don't think he really was what I don't think he was the player that we were really expecting, if you know what I mean. So he looked good when we signed him, don't get me wrong. He looked very good on the ball, which he was probably our most creative player at the time. But since then, I think he's not quick enough for the Premier League. He's on his day very creative, can play balls into anyone on his day, but he's not strong enough. I don't think he's not strong. He's not quick. And personally, I think if we got Bundia from Norwich, that'd be an incredible deal to replace Ozil in that creative midfield position. Saying that though, Emile Smith-Rowe against Chelsea, I just have to do this. Well done, Smith-Rowe. That was an incredible performance. I have to say, he hasn't played football in the Arsenal team for about a year, I don't think. So I have to congratulate him on that. I thought he played really well against Chelsea. But I don't think he's the answer for us currently in the present day. I would take Bundia from Norwich. Looking at his stats from last season, he looked very creative, and I hope we can sign him. Obviously, Dominic Szoboszlai, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I do think it would have been an incredible deal. But at first I was thinking this is going to happen, and then when I saw he was linked with Leipzig, I thought, because they have an affiliation, Salzburg and Leipzig, I thought that would definitely happen. So unfortunately we didn't get Szoboszlai, and he went to Leipzig in the end. But if Arsenal are going to go to the next step, we need a creative midfielder and definitely some defenders, because Jesus Christ, we don't have any good defenders whatsoever. We have Sideshow Bob, being David Luiz, and another clown, Mustafi. Now, I don't know what Barcelona are thinking when they looked at our team and went, right, who do I fancy? They want Mustafi. They want Mustafi and Bellerin. Now, look, Bellerin, how do I put it into words? He's not a very talented footballer. He was when he was younger, don't get me wrong, when he first came into the team. I watched him actually against, who was it? Aston Villa, I think. Yeah, it was Aston Villa FA Cup final when we won 4-0. Sanchez scored a beauty. He played really well in that game. But ever since really then, I don't think he's really been amazing. So I might sound a bit weird here, but I'm going to throw it out there. I'll take Max Aarons from Norwich. Young right back. Probably was Norwich's best player last season, to be fair. I know this sounds like Arsenal turning into Norwich FC, but that is not the case, guys. And hopefully we can get both of them in, because we need a right back and we need a creative midfielder. I would also like a defender, obviously, because Arteta's kind of frozen out Saliba. Now, Saliba is an incredible player. Don't get me wrong, he's so good, but he's had problems with his mum and dad, obviously, passing away, which is very sad. So I send my thoughts out to William Saliba. I don't think he's really ready for that big step up to the Premier League. If you look at a player like Wesley Fofana, who was his centre-back pairing at Saint Etienne, you can tell Fofana's obviously progressed very well into the Leicester team from signing at Saint Etienne. He's a very, very capable player. But for Saliba's side of the story, I don't think he's ready just yet for the Premier League. I know a lot of fans want him into the Prem, but we need to give him time to settle into England. Remember, he's a young lad. He needs to get used to playing in England, for example, and by getting minutes in the under-23s, I think that will help him, morale booster, and hopefully he can really push on and become the great centre-back that he's meant to be. Now, I must say that when the Europa League draw came out at the start of the season, I did think, okay, this might be okay. We get through the group, see how it goes. And I actually made that bold prediction that I thought Arsenal could win the Europa League. Now, that made me look a bit of a mug, don't get me wrong. But hopefully, now that we've just beat Chelsea 3-1, we can really push on and hopefully try and win the Europa League. I mean, obviously Spurs are probably favourites at the moment. They've had a great season. Even as an Arsenal fan saying that, I have to admit that they really have been really good this season. Harry Kane, I've got to be honest, has been probably the best player in the Premier League this season. Absolute goal machine. He don't stop scoring. Son, his goal against Arsenal, oh my God, what a goal. Nothing, if you even put a wall in front of that, Son's shot would go straight through the wall. It was incredible. Son's goal, well done, great goal. But at the end of the day, Arsenal need to really push on. We need something to help us, you know. Like, if you look at our team now, we don't have any leaders or anything to really go to, like, lift our moods. We don't have anything at the moment. I think the closest player to a leader is David Luiz. But even David Luiz is not like a massive leader, you know. If you look at our team back in the day, we had players such as like Tony Adams. Now, a player like Tony Adams, I have to admit, legend of our club, and he really, really wanted the best for our club. Captain, put everything on the line for us, and won us many titles. But at Arsenal, currently, we don't have that. And we really do need someone to really put the armband on and take us to the next level. Now, talking about our current captain today, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, where do I even start? No goals, nothing. He gets, okay, fair enough, he got his goal against, who was it? I can't remember now. But he got his goal. He scored an own goal against Burnley, which was great. Headed it like that into the back of the net. Lovely. And yeah, I don't know about Aubameyang. When he signed the contract, I was optimistic that he would really, you know, be confident at our club, happy. You can tell he's happy at the club, don't get me wrong. But a player like him, he's meant to be a prolific goal scorer, and he hasn't scored many goals this season. If you look at all competitions, I think Eddie Nketiah's got more goals than him. And no, just no. Eddie Nketiah, no. I don't know what Arteta sees in Nketiah, but no, I don't want Nketiah like near our team. Like Alex Lacazette, for example, absolutely incredible against Chelsea, and Aubameyang got benched. Obviously, it is understandable he was injured, but maybe it's a time for Arsenal to really get Aubameyang thinking. You know, like he hasn't really been performing this season, and maybe by putting in Lacazette over Aubameyang, that really make Aubameyang go, right, I need to kick on now. I need to start getting goals, and hopefully he will. Don't get me wrong, but Currently, he hasn't been getting any goals whatsoever. But at the end of the day, he is a class player. Whoever disagrees with me, that's fine. That's your opinion. But he is a class player. He is a class player. I keep repeating that because he is. And, you know, he needs support. That's the main thing. We have no one going forward to support him. We have players like Saka, Martinelli, Martinelli just come back from injury. Saka scored an amazing goal against Chelsea. Sorry, getting my breath back. Probably talking too fast. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Saka, incredible performance against Chelsea. Yet again, the guy ran the show. I want you guys to head over to my Instagram page at the Freddie podcast. Have underscores before the and the end of podcast. So please head over there and make sure you follow me. I did put a post actually out yesterday, I think, about how many goals or assists you think Saka will get. So please let me know. But yeah, Saka was really good against Chelsea. He got his looping goal. It probably wasn't meant, but if he said it was, maybe it was. I don't know what to believe. But, you know, Saka at the end of the day, when Aubameyang not been living up to his expectations, Saka has been like the guardian light almost to help us. Saka's, I think he's 19, and the amount of like capability he has at the moment is incredible. He's so good. And Arsenal at the moment, I think, are very reliable on him. We need him like all the time to dig us out of trouble. I think personally, if we didn't have Saka, also shout out to Leno, great performance against Chelsea yet again. I think if we didn't have those two, especially, I think we'd be in a relegation scrap. When we played City a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, we lost 4-1, and we have a goalkeeper that thinks football is volleyball. Now, Runarsson, I don't want to hate on the guy, don't get me wrong. 25, Icelandic international, came from Dijon, but he's way out of his depth at Arsenal. I'm really sorry. He's not Arsenal's standard, I don't think. He's a great player, don't get me wrong, very capable footballer, but he's probably very good for another league, like lower down, but not for the Premier League, not at all. He's probably a very good goalkeeper in other leagues. I just said that he was a very good goalkeeper. No, he's not a very good goalkeeper in the like Arsenal standards, but he might be a good goalkeeper for like a League One team or League Two. Now, Runarsson, I think by putting him in the EFL Cup game against City was a big mistake by Arteta. Arteta has made a couple of mistakes this season regarding selection. I don't think Runarsson was ready for that game. Obviously, in the Europa League, he has looked a bit shaky, don't get me wrong. But maybe if we loan Runarsson out, put Matt Macey as our second goalkeeper, because Matt Macey, he's been at Arsenal for ages and he hasn't even got a chance, which I don't know what to say really. I don't know how he's still even at our club if we're not going to give him game time at the end of the day. He's a good player, Matt Macey. I think he played for Plymouth, I think. He played at like lower league clubs. I think he's done okay. So why don't we give him the chance, benefit of the doubt, and let him play in some of the EFL Cup games, see how he gets on. And if he does terrible, then I'm afraid we have to go out in the market in the January transfer window and sign potentially a backup goalkeeper. I know we were looking at one last season, David Raya from Brentford, very good keeper. Obviously, we let go of an incredible keeper, Emi Martinez. Great goalkeeper, capable. He was basically amazing. When he came into our side, when Leonard got injured, I was thinking, oh no, this is going to end disastrous. But it was okay. He done really good. Unfortunately, he did go to Aston Villa for 20 million. And also, I just want to mention, when we sold Martinez, I think it was maybe a month later, I think, we let go of 55 people at Arsenal. I think that's devastating, to be quite honest with you. And with that money, we've gone and signed a player that's absolutely atrocious in Willian. Now, we let go of Gunnosaurus as well. Forgot to mention that. why? All the kids that like grew up with Gunnosaurus as the mascot, their memory's like gone. But now he's come back, Gunnosaurus, so I'm happy about that. Now, before I end this video, I just want to say, leave your predictions over on my Instagram. I'm going to do a post straight after this video has been uploaded, because I want your guys' predictions for tonight's games. So let me know. I'm going to go for our Arsenal game. I'm going to go. I think I've already said it in this video, but I'll say it again. I've already said it in the video, sorry. But I'm going to go for 2-1 Arsenal against Brighton. Hopefully that does come in. And yeah, let me know your guys' predictions, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And before I go, I really want to say I'm really sorry I haven't been uploading recently, guys. But keep your eyes peeled, because new videos will be coming out, new podcasts will be coming out. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Goodbye for now. Sorry guys, I got the Fulham game wrong. So you probably clicked off the video by now, but I just wanted to say the Fulham game was 3-0 Arsenal, not 3-1 or 4-1. And also the Man City game was a week ago. So that's my mistake. I hope I won't make that stupid mistake again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Goodbye for now.